everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of my MotoGP 21 career mode here on this channel. Now, you might notice straight away, why are you on the Honda Asia team bike when you were on a KTM bike yesterday? Now, what happened is I recorded the first episode, came off the game, but when I came back on to record the second episode, the career deleted itself. So I had to start from the beginning. So I did the first race, so I'm back in the same position as I would have been in the other career. And I've managed to do some upgrades on the bike between that gap that you have before the first race, which I didn't do in the first episode. So in that sense, it's been beneficial. But yes, I've upped the level as well. So we're up to a 100% AI level as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. So we're going to go to Argentina, which is always a difficult circuit. And I'm hoping for some good weather as well. So let's get straight into this one today. I'm really enjoying the game. I have tested out a few other modes as well, and there is a few other separate videos that I'm going to be doing on this game as well, testing a few of the physics and some other new features. A lot of people complain there hasn't been as many as they would have expected, but all in all, I'm enjoying the game, and I think over a greater time we'll be able to really review it. So anyway, let's get into today's qualifying and see if we can get a decent place on the grid. So here we go.
The Argentinian weekend of the MotoGP World Championship is about to get underway. The atmosphere in pit lane is already really fired up. The first free practice is about to begin, and mechanics are performing their final checks on the bikes before the riders get out on track. The weather forecast for the session is perfect, so riders and teams will be able to concentrate exclusively on fine-tuning their performance.
We've just come to the end of this lap, and that should be the end of this development test, to make sure that we rack up those points so we can improve this bike further. And I actually prefer this bike to the KTM team bike, so it just handles a little bit better. I don't know whether that's because I've managed to upgrade. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I got taken out then. Just managed to hold that, you bloody sod. Right, so that is that. Oh, yes, we've managed to complete that. Right, let's stick in another lap. Now we haven't got that line. Now, I actually thought I had put left the track line on. It wasn't because we were doing the development test. So I apologise for complaining about it in the last episode, and I realised it's because it was the development test, and on some of them you have to obviously run on that line to gain the points. So let's see if we can stick in decent lap. And there's one thing, oh flipping hell, going off circuit, there's one thing I did notice in yesterday's episode and some of the games that I've played on there so far, that the qualifying is a little bit off compared to the speed in the race. Now I'm managing to get quite decent lap times and come in, obviously I've got pole position, but they're so much quicker in the race. So that's something that I've noticed on a lot of milestone games, especially Monster Energy Supercross. That one's a pain. I mean, you can be like 3-4 seconds quicker in qualifying, and then they're way quicker than you in the race. So I'm wondering if they're going to tweak that, but it's not too bad. I think obviously maybe I'm a little bit quicker on some of these circuits than I thought. Maybe that's what it is, but we will see. Time will tell. But we've upped the level, so it should be a much harder battle today. Managing to get the flow of this circuit. It's been a while since I've been around this one. It is a good circuit, and I still haven't done that long lap penalty yet, and you can gain points from doing that. So I think you have to complete a clean lap in 1 minute 55 by using that extra. So I might have to do that before the end of the session to see if we can rack those points up. But all in all, this should be a better lap. There we go, over the finish line. Oh, that is much better, 150.6, and that should put us at the top in this session so far. Right, so that is free practice over. Now it's time to jump in and do some qualifying, and let's see if we can put ourselves on the front row. Really looking forward to this race. I think this one's going to be a tight one, so let's get straight into it.
Out on track together.
Right, so here we go with our lap. Let's see if we can put a decent one in. Really good conditions for this race. This circuit can be flipping horrendous in the wet if you get yourself on some of the curbs, so I'm glad it's going to be a dry one. Let's see if we can put ourselves at the front of the grid. That would be awesome. Just try to get nicely turned in. That's pretty decent through there. I have made some adjustments to the bike, and like I promised in the first episode, I will share them before I start the race. So only a few little tweaks, but this Honda team bike, yeah, it was okay at first, but in some of the tight corners it wasn't responsive, and I was understeering quite a lot, so I did have to make some adjustments, and it was I kept on doing stoppies on that final corner as well, which is a bit of a problem, especially when the tyres get worn. So I have made a few adjustments, so let's see if we can improve. Still, we're going a bit wide in that turn. So someone's crashed out on the qualifying session. I've noticed the AI do crash a hell of a lot on this game. I've never seen so many crashes. I mean, in that last race in Guitar, I think there was about probably 10, 12 crashes in that race. Right, come on, this is the corner I was having trouble with under braking. Let's see if those adjustments have made a difference. Ooh, that felt a little bit more under control. And across the line, what we're going to get? It's okay. I'm not sure whether that's going to be the fastest, but I'll take it. Pole position, guys. That time was quick enough. For some reason, the AI seemed to be really slow in that qualifying session, but I'm pretty sure they will be faster in the race. Anyway, let's get straight into it.
Coverage of the Moto3 race. The weather's great and the temperature is perfect for racing. So we're just waiting to find out now which riders have opted for hard tyres and which have gone for the soft.
Like I promised, guys, we're going to just quickly flick through the adjustments I made. So feel free to pause the video if you're having issues. Like I said, I only made a few adjustments. So here they are. I'll just quickly run through. Transmission, I didn't make any adjustments to the gearing. And that, oh, I forgot to adjust that. Let's just bring that down. I think I had that on 2, then on 4. Fuel, obviously full tank, and that's about it, guys. I hope that helps you out, so I'll try and do that as much as I can in every episode if I make adjustments. Right, let's get straight into the race. And oh, by the way, I've gone for hard rear and medium front.
Everything here is ready to start the race at Termas de Rio Hondo. Riders have just one more thing on their mind now, being the first to cross the finish line.
Right, let's see if we can get a decent start here in Argentina. And off we go. Again, opting not to go in power free. I don't want to chew up my tyres and waste my fuel earlier on. And again, we're getting beaten off the line, not the quickest. Just hold a decent turn into this first right-hander. Make sure we don't cause any incidents. That's not too bad. And we're still in P6. Again, oh, freaking hell. Did you see the rear then? Cold tyres, that's not going to help. Turn into this turn. That's not too bad. That's not a bad start. I will take that. Oh, freaking hell, just hitching a bit of a toe there. Just trying to get in a decent position, side by side. Sometimes it might be a good idea to use the power free along that straight if you're really behind. Well, that was a bad turn. That's good for first lap, and we've gained a place. Oh no, he's coming up the inside. As I said, that, and they definitely start really quick. So you've got to make sure you try and keep up. Are we going to see as many crashes in this race as we did in Guitar? No, they've all made it around there. Okay. Oh, get contact there. Bit of argy-bargy in Argentina. Just taking it a little bit easy through there. Still holding our P6 position on this first lap. Just trying to get some heat in the tyres, get comfortable on the bike. And we're going to try and apply the same tactics. Try and do like 4 laps in power 2, and then at the end slap power 3 on, but I might use the power 3 a couple of times on those straights just to. Oh, comes in the inside, bloody hell! Oh, side by side. Well, that was a bit sketchy through there, but we've managed to get through there okay. And we're losing a bit of ground on the leaders here, so we've started pretty slow. But let's see if we can just step it up a bit. Definitely going to need to put in some faster laps than the qualifying, I'm pretty sure of that. Just try and hold that nice and tight through there, that's much better. And again, just trying to use as much of the circuit as you can. Right, let's stick it in power 3 so we can just close in, get a bit of slipstream as well. You've got to make use of that power. On the outside, just keep it as tight as possible. Bloody hell, I said nice turn that was. You might be able to gain a position, just trying to squeeze through the middle of these guys. Oh, touching the back wheel there. Just trying my best just to push it. And again, hard on the brakes here. This is a really difficult corner. I do struggle on that one. Too bad, so we were up to P4. Let's see if we can just keep the leaders in our sights. And like I said, I think we could have gone medium. I think some of the other bikes did. So I'm hoping maybe, because I've got a hard rear, mine might have more grip in the final stages. And that's what happened in guitar. So it's all tactical. It's going to be the same when we start adjusting those brakes. It's all about tactics and using the right discs on the right circuits. And that's another lap. So that was a decent lap time, a 150.5. So that was faster than our qualifying lap. So that was a good lap by us. It looks like some of the others are putting in 150s as well. So I told you they'd be quicker in the race. I think that always happens on these games, and then they patch it, and then you find that the AI are so quick in qualifying, and it's really tough, especially in the wet as well. We haven't had any wet conditions. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a game changer. What's it like in the wet? Right, let's go on the outside. Get on the brakes again into this turn. Keep it nice and tight. Can we get past here? On the outside. Freaking hell, contact there, just trying to hold it. Looks like it's a bit of a four-way battle here in Argentina between these riders. Hard on the brakes, just keep it nice and tight here. Again, going side by side with another rider into that turn. That's not where you want to be, but luckily I have the inside. We've managed to get up to P3, but he's still there, so let's just be careful into this turn that he's going to come flying around this corner. Probably hold this. Yeah, there he comes. Just understeering a little bit around here. Just forcing this out, but that's not too bad because I want to be closer to this curve as we slow down into this one. Again, he's gone really tight in. It's just gone the outside to avoid, because I have seen a lot of bikes going off on that corner, and I don't want to. If you hit the rider when they come off, you don't come off. But if you hit their bike, you're straight off. So. Got to be so careful. Again, another 150 lap. So we go into lap 4, and this is definitely a four-way battle. And Binder, he's going for the lead here. Is he going to go up the inside here and take the lead? No, he didn't make it there. But we're back here watching a battle going on, and we want to get amongst it. So let's see if we can make sure that we can just catch up here again. Getting a bit of slipstream. Tyres don't look too bad. Front's a little bit chewed up, but you expect that on this lap. As we go down the outside. Now he's going to come back in the inside here. No. Can we hold it? We've gone really wide. And accelerate. Don't think we're going to hold that position. I don't think he's going to get. No, just managing just to hold it. We've got to be strong through there. as we're coming towards the end of this race. Right, we need this one nice and tight as well. And he's going to come back round. No, we've managed to hold it. Yes, so we've managed to get into P2, and that's where you want to be coming into the final stages. And we're going to slap it in power free in a minute. And we're going to have to be careful because that front tyre, especially on the right side, looks a bit chewed up. But we've been consistent with our lap times as well, which has helped. Again, be careful on the brakes as we come into the final lap of the race. And we're in touch. So let's see if we can slap it in power free and go for it. We're going to have to push him all the way, I think, here. It looks like, I'm not sure whether he had medium, so he could be having a few tyre issues. So I think some even went with a soft front, and I thought that would have been a bit of a risk. The weather's too warm, it would just melt. Again, just be very cautious through there, just making sure we don't make any mistakes. And this is where we can use the power of this bike, and that should give us the advantage. We've got an engine upgrade. Again, got to be good on the brakes here. Flipping hell, hesitated there. God dear, it was a bit wily at the back there, but it worked. But we still are not clear. He's still very close behind. I don't think he's going to give up. He's definitely quicker than me through this corner. This is the one I was worrying about. And it wasn't too bad. Got a little bit wider than I would have liked, but managed just to hold on to that. And we're pushing this as much as we can. Again, was much smoother through there, just maintaining it, and he is very close. He's literally just behind. So is he going to make a lunge on the final corner? This could be interesting. We need a bit of breathing space. We've managed to just pull away slightly. So slow down, get on the brakes, don't push them too hard. And that is it. I think we're going to take the win. And we do, and there we go. And that obviously was the fastest lap of the race as well for us. Oh, that was a brilliant ending. And yeah, there was some 150s there, so they were definitely quicker in the race, like I said, than qualifying. And that ended up really, really well. Really enjoyed that. And I will save the last lap as well for you to see, and I'll leave it at the end of the video. But let's get into the results. Right, let's have a look at the standings. Now, we have won both races so far, so that puts us in a good position. But let's have a look at where we are in the team championship. And we are second. That's not too bad. And it's the Red Bull KTM, and that was the team that I was on. So I've got to compete against the team that I was in for the first race. Yeah, it's one of those things that happens sometimes with games. Sometimes they don't record or save things, and it is frustrating. But luckily, it was only the first race that I had to redo. But it was a good experience. I think I do prefer this bike. I think this one's going to be one of those that I'm going to have to make more adjustments to, because I don't think I really adjusted the KTM at all. But yeah, they're all at different stages. I think this one already had a frame upgrade even before I raced, so that was the benefits of going for this team. But it's all down to what team you got and what stage it's at. But that is the end of today's episode, and we're just going to double check what's coming up next, and also I will leave you that last lap as well, which I recorded. Right, so in the next episode we go to the Grand Prix of the Americas, a fantastic circuit, very challenging, and I will up the level once again. We're almost going to be up to maximum soon, and definitely enjoying the game. Please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and please enjoy that last lap victory.